Hello everybody, Jimmy is Promo here, and today we're going to actually look at a couple protective accessories you'd be able to get for your Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge from Otterbox. So this right here is actually the sleek Symmetry clear case you'd be able to get for the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. And then also I'll be talking about and also applying this screen protector referred to as Alpha Glass onto the Galaxy S7 Edge. And I will do a little bit of scratch test with it. It's kind of the everyday stuff. So I've actually kind of got a rock, got some pennies, also got a huge knife, and then I'm also going to be doing it with a little bit of a screwdriver to kind of go a little bit above and beyond what would kind of be in your pocket or what it could probably, fall onto on the ground. So this one we'll have a little bit more fun with. This one on the other hand over here with the Symmetry Case, I've actually had this on my phone for the last week because I wanted to give it a good run to kind of see exactly what I thought of it. And I'll tell you what, it actually feels really good. So if you have the Galaxy S7 Edge and it has one of the cool colors that you'd be able to get with the device, it's really easy to put on. Just kind of put in the bottom first and then you just slap in the very top. And you just want to make sure that all of the the rubber, the bumper around the edge is definitely on there good. So I have noticed that when you use the volume buttons for the up and the down, it works perfectly fine. You definitely have all the clearance that you need around all of the, the headphone jack and your speaker and everything else. But it's the power button that doesn't really fully align with some of the other cases that I'm used to. It feels as if when I push it, I almost have to kind of go forward with it. So this one right here is a little bit harder. So maybe they'd be able to kind of realign the power button. It does work, but just comparing it to some other cases, this one right here kind of gives me a little bit more trouble with having to try to find it. So it's almost like I have to kind of push over and in a little bit. So let's actually check out and look at the Alpha Glass. So inside the packaging, you'll actually notice will be the normal little screen protector in there, but it also equips you with a little bit of a instruction manual, and it'll give you the steps on exactly which order you'd be able to do the cleaning wipe and also the dry wipe. So usually what you do is you always go for the wet first and then you go for the dry. So this will remove all the excess dirt and anything that's kind of sitting there, and then this will make sure that it takes off all the dust, because you don't want to have anything sitting on your screen when you are placing any type of a screen protector on it, because if you do that, then you'll actually kind of see some of those bubbles, and then you're going to want to try to do it all over again. The cool thing about having yourself a Otterbox case, as well as putting on the Otterbox screen protector, is that you'll actually be able to have your case on the device before you even put on your screen protector if you want to. So it'll definitely fit into the form, because Otterbox is thinking, okay, we're gonna have ourselves not only a case but also a screen protector, because Otterbox is known probably the most for its protection. So that looks really good there. And just to make sure, I'm gonna go over into the dry wipe with this little microfiber wipe and kind of make sure that all the excess, little dust and dirt and everything else is completely off. So this is actually looking very good, very clean. Let's place it up here. And then what you're gonna do is you just basically look at the stickers. And so this right here, this is the one that you peel off, and then this goes onto the surface of the device. And so you're gonna wanna probably look where this black part is at, versus where the screen is at. So that's where we're gonna mostly kind of align it. That little white or that little open area will go right next to our proximity sensors that's on the very front. So let's place this on there and I'll show you guys exactly how easy it is. And as long as everything fits perfectly well, then you can see that I'll have my recent apps and also the back button that would be able to be on there perfectly straight. So here we go. Moment of truth. So to make sure that everything is on there correct, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the device and then make sure that my recent app and the back button actually lights up and goes through where it's supposed to. And as you guys can see right there, just for a couple seconds, it looked as if my back button and also my recent app looked as if it yep. So it looks to me that everything actually fits on there perfectly well. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the screen back off and make sure that I have everything looking exactly how I want it to. without having any type of little bubbles on the inside of the screen. So by looking at the glare off of the light, I don't see any bumps, don't see any scratches, don't see any dust, and everything lined up perfect with the front-facing camera, the edges, but you can definitely know when you have, and you can see the full illuminated recent and the back button. So most of all of the adhesive on this screen is actually on the top and the bottom. So what I always suggest is just to press on the very top. Make sure that you have a good full stickiness on the very top and bondage, and then also on the very bottom as well. So that right there, if you're to press on the very top and the very bottom, then you will be good to go with how adhesive this is. So let's kind of go a little bit into what I mentioned from before, where I kind of want to take some of the everyday stuff. So you always have keys that's in your pocket. You know, it's probably going to be sitting on there in your pocket. You're going to throw your phone on the inside of there. So far it's looking pretty good. See a couple scuffs, but I'm thinking that was just from probably one of those two things right there. And you'd actually be able to just wipe it on off. So far the little key test in terms of the pocket, you know, you're good to go. And I don't think, especially with Otterbox, I don't think keys are gonna do anything at all. So I've actually was pushing pretty hard. I still don't see any indentions. Definitely happy with that. So let's actually move on over to the very next thing. So I will say that it is key safe. You got pennies, guys. You're gonna have change in your pockets. So far so good, I believe. Let's actually give it a little bit of a wipe and let's see how it did with any type of a scratch. So far, nothing. So you're good with your change, especially if you were to bang it a few times. It's kind of, you know, it's headed over into a rock. So I don't know why you would have a rock, you know, in your pocket, but let's say that your phone and it was to drop onto the rock, right? So this will happen all the time. So that right there, let's see. Let's kind of wipe this off a little bit more. And do we have any marks? I believe don't. Nope. That one is also good to go and clean. Don't see anything that resulted from that rock as well. That one was pretty close, guys. All right. Why would you have a screwdriver in your pocket? No idea. Basically, I'm just kind of looking for some type of a pressure that would be, you know, if it was to drop from maybe 7 feet and into a very small pebble. So this is basically kind of what it would, you know, represent without me going outside and dropping it onto a pebble. So that right there is looking pretty good. Again, there's absolutely no dents, no scratches, no nothing. This did a very good job again with the screwdriver. The very last test I've got, guys, it's pretty basic, pretty fun. Big knife, okay? So basically what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm just gonna try to push on it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do it in a controlled little baby spot, because maybe if you were to do it in a, okay, that's a no. This is a good case for you guys. And I know for a fact it's not doing anything to my phone because it hasn't done anything to this glass yet. So let's try to consolidate the scratch spot again. See if I can get any type of like a little dust, any type of anything out of it. So here we go. It almost felt as if I was making a small groove, but it doesn't show on the glass at all. And the thing is that if you have any type of a scratch or any type of anything, you'll be able to notice it with the black screen, because when your screen is on, all the brightness of the LED will definitely hide any type of a scratch that you ever have on your screen. So I see just a tiny bit of like maybe a hair, you know, thickness of like a little scratch. I can kind of feel it too. So I kind of feel a little baby groove right here with my fingernail, and that's the only one that I can see. But in terms of an everyday thing, something that was to drop onto a rock or a pebble, something that would be, you know, hitting in your pocket that anything is in there. I mean, you might get a couple scuffs, but you'd be able to wipe that right on off. It just kind of depends on what you kind of touch it with. So there we go, guys. Definitely give a thumbs up with this. And you know what? I believe I might have actually put in a little bit on the side right there. I think with whatever I was doing, I was able to finally compromise. I was finally able to compromise the very side. So I can see right here, out of everything that I've done, something led to hurting the edge. There we go. Once it gets compromised with a little bit of a little shell, or let's say like a little bit of a pebble, then that is actually where it would be able to kind of spread and get larger. So just to kind of show you guys what this just saved you, okay? So I'm gonna take this off because I was lucky enough, and Otter actually sent me another case. So then this way I can try and break one, but I'd have one that I'd be able to use on my daily basis. So here we go, we cracked it finally. It took quite a bit. You gotta remember, I've hit it several times, and more than likely that's not gonna happen to you guys. So let's now actually take this off. So there you can see some of the damage I did with this glass. But the most important thing is your device. You are trying to protect your device, and that's exactly what this Alpha Glass does. And now that I'm actually touching it and feeling it, I was actually 100% right with the adhesives, or actually on the top and the bottom. Now, if I was to say anything with improving this product, I would say have adhesive go throughout the glass. I will guarantee you 100% that will make a huge difference with all your products. The other thing is that I have a blue phone, and it's being covered up by this black top and bottom. So I know that there is probably a lot newer phones coming out soon with less bezel, but if you're gonna be making a glass screen protector, make sure that they match the phones that you get. So I just wanna give that as a disclaimer. If you do have any type of a random colored phone and it's not black, this black will cover the very front, even though my Symmetry Case on the very back will proudly show its colors. So I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you guys hit on like and also subscribe. And right over here, you'd be able to click and subscribe to the channel. And right over here, you'd be able to watch the very next video. And I'll see you guys later.